How to start a flower garden. Planting flowers is a great beginning project if you want to start gardening, and they add bright colors to your yard. While gardening isn't an easy task, you'll likely find it a rewarding one. Start by picking a place to grow your flowers and preparing the bed properly. Then you can buy or grow flowers to plant in your new flower garden. Getting the ground ready. Check the light levels. You may already have an idea of where you want to grow flowers. However, you can't just start planting, as different plants need different amounts of light. You can simply observe your garden over the course of the day, checking on it every hour or so to see which areas get full sun, at least 6 hours of sunlight, and which areas are partially shaded. It can help to make a chart of the areas you'd like to plant, and then mark off partial or full for every hour you check on the areas. Keep in mind that you may have to perform maintenance including deadheading and separating flowers. Make sure to leave space between plants so that you have room to access them. Build your garden in small steps. Start with a small flower bed, say a patch that is 5 feet (1.5 meters) by 5 feet (1.5 meters) or less. A patch that size has room for around 20 to 30 plants with perhaps 3 types of annuals and 1 or 2 perennials. 2. Put your garden in a noticeable area. If you plant your garden in a forgotten corner of your yard, you may very well forget it, meaning it could die off without you knowing. However, if you stick it someplace you can see it every day, you're more likely to be reminded to provide the care it needs. 3. Remove the grass if you have it. To plant flowers, clearing the sod first is essential, as it gives your flowers room to grow. Dig it out by using a shovel to get under the grass and roots and pull out the top layer of grass. For a less labor-intensive route, place newspapers all over the area, at least 5 layers thick. On top of the newspapers, lay out a covering of potting soil mixed with topsoil or compost. The soil covering should be at least 3 inches (7.6 centimeters) thick. Leave the covering on the ground and wait about 4 months. The sod will die off and the newspaper will become part of the soil. Till the soil. Till up the soil to make it loose and crumbly for planting. Also, break up any clods with a rake. If you find rocks, remove them from the area. Smooth out the top of the soil so it's mostly level. Make your soil more fertile. Most garden soil isn't perfect for growing flowers, so you need to enrich it. The easiest way is to add compost, peat moss, or shredded leaves into the top 6 inches (15 centimeters) or so. Basically, most organic material will work. If you can't dig into the soil, you can leave the organic material on top, and after a few months, it will become a part of the soil. Create raised beds in difficult soil. If you find your soil is difficult to work with, create a raised bed. Raised beds are good for areas with soil that have high clay content, as well as soils that are particularly sandy or rocky. You can buy a kit from a local garden store to make your raised garden, and then fill it with soil.